Welcome back, everybody, to TalkersOfGeeks.com. Justin here, and today we are going to be reviewing the video game Matchpoint Tennis Championships. This was reviewed on my PlayStation 4, the base PlayStation 4 as well, and I want to thank the developer for the review copy, but as always, we give you a fair and balanced review and a brief synopsis, so here we go. Enter the court and get ready for a brand new title that delivers authentic gameplay and immersive tennis experience. As modern tennis simulation, Matchpoint Tennis Championships features an extensive career mode and a unique rivalry system. Matchpoint Tennis offers a deep career mode featuring a merit-based ranking system. Create your own tennis star and climb up the world ranking list. Authentic ball physics, sophisticated character animations, and unprecedented player controls are combined to create the realistic tennis experience. And does that hold up? I will detail more of that in my review, but first, the game offers you two modes. You have the career mode, as I was just reading a synopsis for it, and then you have Quick Match, which is your exhibition, where you get to play as 16 real tennis stars that were gave their likeness away for the game to be included, such as Madison Keys, Hugo Gaston, and many more. And as time progresses, you'll be able to unlock more players, and there'll be more players coming via DLC, so you can look forward to that. So I'm hoping to see more players here, but the main core and the main heart of this game of Matchpoint Tennis Championships is its career mode. Here, the first thing you're going to be doing is creating your character. I have to admit that the create a character feature, create a player feature was disappointing, because I was hoping for a little bit more in-depth creative character here, and we're basically what you're going to be doing is just choosing the face, the head shape. You can't do anything detailed such as muscle mass. You can't do anything detailed such as configuring their nose, their eyes, and things of that nature. Everything is preset, so you really can't do much with it. One thing they at least allow you to do is change the color of your clothes. I know for some people that's not a big deal. For me, it is, because I'm a blue guy. I love black and blue. So for me, at least, if I can't make him to look as realistic as towards me as possible, or make the player the way I want the player to create that I see in my head, at least I can at least have some colors that I want. But there are things that you can unlock as you progress during the season mode, which is different rackets, there's different clothes and color schemes and things like that of that nature. So they do give you that. So you basically have to play to unlock certain things, because when you first start off career mode, you are going to get your ass handed to you, because you are not that damn good. And one thing career mode offers you is that you have to do training, you have to practice, and during practice, it's not just practice just for the sake of practicing to learn the mechanics of the game. You practice so you can earn points and skills, that way you can actually be having a fighting chance in your matches. So you get to upgrade your hip power, your speed, and various other attributes as you're doing the training, which is pretty cool. One thing I did like, though, is the extensive tutorial, which actually explains things on how the game is played, how to maneuver, and what some certain shots are, such as the top spin shot, which is apparently a shot that most of the tennis players use all the time. And then you have the slice shot, which is a shot that slows down the ball and things of that nature. So they break it down. What you're going to be doing when it comes to the controls is, obviously, you're moving with your left analog stick. You're using X, square, triangle, circle, which are buttons for various shots, such as circle is the top spin shot. If you hold any of those corresponding buttons, you're able to do a very hard hit, which brings up more, which hits, if you hit hard, the ball obviously goes more faster. You get more speed for it. And that actually does work and comes in handy. And there's various other mechanics and other shots that the game teaches you on how or when to use it to help you up your game. Now, let's talk a little bit about the graphics and presentation before I get really into the meat and core of the game here. Graphics. The graphics is not bad. This is, like I said, on the PlayStation 4, the base PS4. The graphics look pretty good for us. It looks pretty basic and standard of what I would expect from a tennis game. The floor looks good. The arena looks good. I like the fact that they actually did land some advertisement here for the game, so it does give you more of an authentic sport-like type of feel. I will have to say, though, when it comes to some of the actual frame rate and how the crowd looks at times, the crowd sometimes don't even move. They are just sitting in their seats. They're just there. And there is certain lag time and lag that I experience and some weird animations from time to time. Maybe this gets fixed during when the game is released on day one with a day one patch. But I had situations where sometimes where I would get an out, the game would just like stutter, and then my player's back in the middle or something, and then sometimes when I get a fault and they have to load the replay, the game just stops for the replay to load. So it happens kind of a little bit often, and like I said, I hope that gets fixed during the patch, because it got a little bit frustrating at times. Like anytime I hit an out, that would happen, or the animation wasn't as fluent as I was hoping it to be. Now, as far as the controls feel good, but there are times where I would say my direction wasn't as responsive as you just saw right there. I was trying to angle my shot upwards, but he hit it the other way, and I got out constantly in this game. And I'm not sure if that's just based off my skill or the fact that sometimes it's really so precise and precision that you have to be so precise not to get an out. But overall, the gameplay, it feels like a tennis game, but I will say that the frame rate drops, the weird animation that I encounter sometimes does take me out of it. While I will say that the career mode does have a good, decent rivalry system, so like if you lose to somebody and you beat them or you face them again, they kind of make a notation of that, like, hey, this is your rival. I do like the fact that after each game, your coach tells you what your weaknesses are, what you have to work on, where you made your mistakes. So you do get some good feedback in here. It is a decent career mode. I would say that the problem is the actual gameplay at times. As you see from some of my clips here, you see that you just saw him kind of pause when he was about to hit the ball. It's a weird animation motion at times, and there's times where you just saw right there, he wasn't even running, he just slid over there to hit the ball. So there's things of that I feel like it has to be fixed, it has to be patched up, because I think as time progresses, this could actually be a good tennis game down the line. But as it stands right now, I feel like it does need a little bit more kinks, it does need a little bit more tweaking for me to recommend this for full price. I will have to say, as far as sound and presentation goes, there's a little bit of commentary, but not something that you expect from an actual tennis presentation. There's no full dialogue, no real full talking during the actual presentation. There's things that like you have one commentator who will make a comment about it after each set, or like, hey, he's definitely losing here, or he should have did better here. But otherwise than that, there's no real commentator to kind of keep you in that gauge. I'm still waiting for a tennis game for that too. That I know tennis doesn't really have NBA level, MLB level, or NFL level type of commentary, but it'll be nice for when I hit a real good shot, like the commentator is getting out of his seat, or he or she is like really into it, and we're like, oh my gosh, what a grand slam, you just won a match and you won a championship, and screaming out the top of the lungs. That would be nice, but we still have not found a tennis game like that yet. So for overall, what I'm going to give this game, I'm going to, if I have to give this a letter, I'm going to give this a C-. I'm going to give this a wait for sale. I think that this game does have potential. I think it needs a bigger roster. I think it needs a lot of patching up when it comes to some of the animation, some of the frame rate issues, but overall, it's an average tennis game experience. I'm pretty sure there's more better out there. It's Justin from otakusandgeeks.com saying later days. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Peace.